Hello, my dears, and welcome to my channel. As always, I am very happy and grateful that you've chose to spend your time with me, and supporting my channel is really easy. Just like the video, leave a comment, subscribe, or click on the notification bell of when you'd like to be notified of when a new video drops. And I hope that you are all doing well, but if not, I do hope things will get better for you soon. But in the meantime, join me in meeting the 4th edition Meraki Tarot, and it was created by Kerry, Snook, and published, she self-publishes, and her company is Bouchette Design. And it was released in 2024, and it retails for $50 either on her website or her Etsy. And she does have some other decks, the Orenda Tarot, which I did a video on, the Terra Lenormand, the Meninoa Marcelli, I can never pronounce that right, and the Wanderlust Collection Oracle, which I put a video out on, and the Radiant Crystal cards. And the dimensions of the box are 5 1/4 height, across is 3 1/4, and the width is 2 inches. And it does have thumb indents on the side, and the title is only on this side, unfortunately. I wish it was more on this side because I stack my decks with this side poking through, and the artwork is beautiful. And on the back, we lead with our souls to an expansive world full of treasures to be had, filling us with passion and creativity. And then we have that. And I will link the socials on the description. Okay, okay. So on the box, when you open it up, I'm trying not to have all these cards spill out. It says, "The radiance we leave as a trail behind us on our journey, our part in changing the world and sharing our magic." Isn't that cute? And very sturdy box. And you'll have to pour the cards out because unfortunately there is no ribbon. The cards are rust colored on the edges, and reversals will be revealed due to the little stars there if you pay attention to that. And the cards themselves are the same size as your tarot cards, and the width is 1.75 across. And there are 106 cards in this deck. It is a combinational deck. It is mainly a tarot deck, but it has one cover card which says, "We are magical beings that travel through time, leaving a radiant trail on our personal journey, building our story within the universe. Looking towards our future selves, we lead with our souls into an expansive world full of obtainable treasures, fueling our passion and creativity. Thank you." And that was just like a thank you card from Kerry. And let's go through these. Unfortunately, there is no guidebook, but you can purchase the working guidebook for the tarot, and we'll go through this after the deck. All right, so we have 13 informational cards, and so we have an astrological sign card. It just basically gives you the lowdown on the astrology signs and the planets they're ruled by. Solar system with the planets. And then you have your crystal association with the major arcana. And then you have the astrology element associated with the major arcana. And then we have the word association cards. And these are just keywords associated with the card. And then you have an extra card, the Meraki. Meraki, I can't pronounce it very well. And it's just an extra card that basically is passionate about what you're doing. And then we have the minor suits. And then there are 10 oracle cards, and these are the word associations with them. Okay. And with my tarot deck videos, I do a side-by-side comparison with a Rider-Waite deck. Okay. And I'll just go ahead and show you the extra card, the Meraki. And this is the 22nd card that comes after the World card. Okay. And if you're interested in the deck that I'm using, it is the Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot, and it is a US Game Systems deck. So if you're interested in getting that, you can get that there. All right, so let's go ahead and do a comparison throughs. And as you can see, it has either at the bottom of it, either has the astrology sign or the planet sign. And I do believe that these are a nature-based deck where she just has animals, flora, and fauna in the illustrations. And she does have some hands there. Thought there were no human parts in the deck. I think that's probably it. I think the majority of the deck is the flora, fauna, and animals. And the world has been renamed the universe for this deck. Okay. Alright, so we have the cups. And Kerry has provided us with 2 page of cup cards, alternate. So we'll look at those. And so this suit is represented by either cups or bubbles. And here we go. This is the 2 pages that you can choose from, or you can keep them in the deck. It's totally up to you. It's kind of strange how she uses fishes for the page and the queen and the king, but then she has a little hermit crab for the knight. Okay, so that is that suit. Alright, next we have the pentacles. And they are represented by crystals. points of the page, the pentacles, sorry, the pentacles are bunnies. And I don't know where the bunny is in this one, but it's basically the horse and the sheep. I think the bunny kind of took off or something. I don't know. All right. Next suit is the swords. And here we're given 2 extra, we're given an alternate Queen of Swords and an alternate King of Swords, and we'll go over those. And this suit is basically represented by swords. And the swords are represented, the core cards are air creatures. Okay, so we're given 2 queens. And then 2 kings. So that was nice. It's always nice to get extra cards. Okay, and then we have the wands. And these are mainly different I don't know how to describe them, but we'll just go along with with the deck. So we have like tree branches in this one, and then we have the pussy willows over here. So it's just different stalks, I guess you could call it. I'm not really sure. And then you have trees. Yeah, I'm not really sure what she was going with the wands. Okay. And then the court cards. Yeah, you've got like the winged animals with different branches and foxes. So, needless to say, the wand suit kind of confuses me with consistency. Right, so that is the tarot deck. And now we're going to go into the oracle cards. So you get 10 oracle cards. And they are just an illustration with a keyword. And then you have a no, yes, and perception. I think those were supposed to go at the end. And then illusion. Okay, so I'm going to keep these separate. Okay, so since there's just a working guidebook, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of do a shuffling. So the cardstock is 350 GSM, and they're kind of a matte feel style. So shuffling is pretty good, depending on your hand capability, or you can do the overhand. There is not one right way to shuffle. Or the side shuffle, I don't know. You could try it. It seems to work pretty smooth. Or you could cut them up. Oops. Or you could do the table spread. Spread them out, or you can just completely spread them out throughout the whole table. Okay, so go ahead and okay, 9 of Cups, and let's do an oracle. Okay, so we'll just do an oracle card if I can. Okay, perception. All right, so let's do the minor. Okay, so cups. Let's do the word association card so you can get a kind of an idea. 9, abundance, optimism, and accomplished. So I just noticed this on these cards. The top one is a different color. So I am assuming that this is the upright, and then the bottom one is white. So I think that's the reversed. So the first three words are abundance, optimism, and accomplished. Okay, and then so the oracle, perception, awareness, insight, perceptive, clarity, interpretation, and discernment. Okay, so that's it for the cards. If you want to stick around and check out the workbook, I'm going to go ahead and do that. If you don't want to, thank you so much for joining me with the video, and until next time, take care and goodbye, my dears. But if you want to see the working guidebook, go ahead and flip through it. So I can't remember how much I paid for this. I think it was like $7-8 for it. So some of my ink I was running out of ink when I printed this out. So this is the workbook contents, and she's got that little star at every lower right side page. Will bring you home. And then we have the contents. So this is her Meraki. So it's a Greek. I was pronouncing it wrong. I do apologize. So she basically goes into talking about the deck and how she started off and how she came to get interested in the Rider-Waite. And then we have working with the tarot, and you can journal, and just basically tells you to have fun with it. And she's more of not exactly an intuitive one, but just to kind of like you learn from the illustrations than the actual memorizing of the deck. Then we go into how to use the workbook. Go into that page. And then we have some spreads. We have a week ahead. And then we have the free form. And then we have a week's beginning, week's end. We have a 3-card crossover. And then we go into some more key major arcana and minor arcana, keywords, numerology, which I am a big fan of. When people start reading tarot, I always try to encourage numerology. And then we have the symbols for the astrology. The astrology and the planetary, and the planets and the astrology signs, and gives you a little bit of what they're about. And then we have archetypes, and then goes into the major arcana, the first row, the second row, and the third row. Just goes into explaining those certain cards. And then we have the actual expanded guidebook, and it gives you the title of the card, nice colored picture, the light, dark. I want to say upright, reversal, but you could look at it either way. Reversals are not always dark, so I don't know if I should have said upright and reversals, but it is what it is. And then we go into what the Fool is about, and then it symbolizes. And then you have a little bit of a journal section. And you can journal it here, or you can just read the question. And that's basically what's in the major. You have your extra card. And then we have, yeah, my printer was dying with the ink, so it's not a great picture. And then we have the different suits. And we start with the main page and goes into a little bit of background of what the wands are about and the element. And then it's the same thing. You have your light, dark, meaning, picture, and interpretation. And then a little paragraph down here. Same thing. Then we go to the swords. And we have a better picture than the other one. And then we have the same thing, the interpretation of the swords, elements. And same thing. It's nice that she didn't shrink it because it is a minor. A lot of guidebooks will shrink the minor and major. Yeah. I don't know why, because it's still important, but with the major, of course, I understand it's a bigger event than the minors. So I can kind of understand why more emphasis is placed on the major guidebook sections. And then we have the pentacles, and in the page you go into it, and then we have our guidebook section, and then we have the oracle section with beautiful butterflies, and then we go on to that. Okay, so let's look at perception. Let's see if I can find perception. Okay, there it is. Okay, so we got the perception card. I'll read the 9 too, but I wanted to... Okay, so we drew the perception card, so we already have a picture of it. Okay, so the light is awareness, insight, clarity, perspective, understanding. Dark, misjudgment, bias, distortion, confusion. The perception oracle card invites you to explore how you view the world around you. This card suggests that your current situation may benefit from a shift in perspective. It's like the Hangman. What you perceive as reality is often shaped by your beliefs, emotions, and past experiences. By changing how you look at things, you may discover new insights or solutions than were previously hidden. This card encourages you to question your assumptions and to be open to seeing things from different angles, as a slight shift in perception can reveal profound truths. The imagery on the card illustrates the concept of perception. A bird is showing flying above the water, while its reflection below presents a different image, creating a duality that speaks to how perception can alter reality. The bird's reflection is not identical to its form, suggesting that how we see things may not always be how they truly are. The soft, ethereal bubbles floating around the scene add a dreamlike quality, reminding you that perception is fluid and can change depending on how you choose to view a situation. The Perception Oracle card represents awareness, perspective, and the power of how you view situations. It encourages you to shift your focus, seeing things from different angles to gain deeper understanding and insight. Interpretation, reflection. What about this card resonates with me? What are my observations of the card? How can this energy be reflected in my life? What can it teach me? I seek clarity and wisdom, trusting my intuition to reveal the truth in every situation. All right, let's go back to the 9 of... what I draw? 9 of Cups. So let's go to the Cups section. All right. So... 9 of Cups. Abundance, accomplishment, self-worth, contentment, stable. Dark, disappointment and anticlimactic. Bad wish. The Nine of Cups represents the emotional fulfillment and satisfaction that comes after navigating life's ups and downs. This card signifies a moment of joy and self-containment where you can now celebrate reaching a new stage in your journey. It's a time to be grateful for what you have and to focus on manifesting your dreams that align with your personal growth and transformation. In the imagery, clownfish swim joyfully together in blissful waters, symbolizing the joy of shared experiences. At times, like the clownfish, you may have hidden your vulnerabilities as a form of protection. Now it's time to free yourself from those constraints and embrace openness. The bubbles surrounding the fish represent the cups of manifested dreams ready to be received with gratitude. Dive into this magical moment and celebrate the new chapter in your life. The Nine of Cups represent emotional satisfaction, contentment, and fulfillment of personal desires, often known as the wish card. It signifies a time of joy and accomplishment where your dreams and goals are coming to fruition, bringing a deep sense of happiness. Interpretation and reflection. What about this card resonates with me? What are my observations of this card? How can this energy be reflected in my life, and what can it teach me? And then you have your little journal thing. At this moment, I am content and fulfilled with all the blessings and abundance in my life. And that is what you could purchase on the website if you so wish. And of course I'm going to get it because I'm a fangirly of guidebooks. So that is pretty much all I have of this lovely deck. Let me know what you think about it. If you bought it, and let me know how it's working out from you. Or if you are thinking about it, putting it on your wish list, let me know about that too. Pros and cons, how you feel about the deck. Interested in those as well. But once again, thank you so much for spending your time with me, and I hope that you will join me with another video. But until next time, take care and goodbye, my dears.